Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another BTS. Let's just hop right on into it, starting with the equipment that I use. I use the FX30, the Tamron 17 to 70 millimeter lens. I also use a top rig 40 slider, the KNF Concept tripod, and to capture BTS was the Osmo Action 6. Also, when I'm filming myself, I use the MNC app for Sony cameras. You can check with your manufacturer to see what apps they recommend for your camera to be able to film yourself and kind of see footage from your phone. Some rules of thumb when I go to a gym that I'm about to film in. I make sure there is a low amount of traffic in the gym. So if I'm looking into a gym to join, I always ask for permission to film content as well as gain an understanding of high and low traffic times by going in at different times before deciding to actually join. I just respect that cameras can make people uncomfortable, and I get that. And it's best to film at low traffic times. I also only film a few times a week rather than filming every single gym session that I have. So yeah. I also find that local gyms are better than the franchised gyms. And I say that because I'm likely to have access to talk to the owner. And this is a real game changer simply because it allows me to have direct communication rather than what I find with franchise gyms is that I'll ask one manager at one location, they may say yeah, and another manager says no. And so it just gives this lack of consistency when I decide to go to different gyms or, just get a different crowd or whatnot. And we like consistency over here. The other reason I do this is to look at the crowd that's actually there, because some of the gyms you pay cheaper fees for have weights all over the place. Sometimes it's messy and it's just a lot. So yeah, you're paying lower fees, but I find I also run into more issues with people seeing my camera and telling managers I'm filming. So I just stopped going to those and found local gyms that I really like. And yes, it may be a little bit more money, but I find that I can just film in peace. And people are more likely to talk to me about my camera and are just curious about it. And some even want to support the YouTube channel. So it's a win for me. But, you do what's in your budget. No judgment over here. When I'm in the gym, I do my best to grab as many angles as possible. That's like a must. So I usually do anywhere from 3 to 4 sets of my exercises. So in between those sets, I actually do different angles in between each set. And I look at it more like it's a resting time for me. You know how you're supposed to do the 1 minute rest in between exercises, but I kind of use that as a time to just get different angles of what I need. So with sliders, some people will tell you well, you could just get that same motion in post, etc., etc. I like to do that kind of stuff in camera. It just makes my editing workflow easier. It's less that I have to do. And I just really like this genuine smooth motion of a slider. And as long as I have some foreground, meaning something in front of the camera, I'm always going to get a good shot. So the foreground could be the floor. It could be, a weight in front of it, your bag in front of it, something that kind of gives a reveal. Or if there's nothing that's moving in the video other than you, it just looks like it's on a tripod, in my opinion. So I like to make sure that I put some type of foreground. If it's the floor, like I said, the weight, a chair, a wall, something so people can see, oh, this is actually moving. If you guys are interested in any of the gear, you guys can check out my Amazon store and see all my gear. I do earn a kickback for items that you do buy, but it definitely helps me and helps the channel. So I would love your support in that way. With that being said, that's all I have today. And if you guys have any other questions, concerns, or issues, definitely hit me up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.